So how did we monetize our newsletters? So you probably feel like you're all over the place. Some of them are free, some of them are community driven. This one you're serving rich people in Long Island and rich people in Miami. Like, what's happening here? It's not a one size fits all, but we have a very diversified economic model by design. I have spent my whole career in outlets that sold one thing and suffered because they sold one thing. And even as you would say, let's do the digital thing, because they made more money or had more experience on the one thing, everyone favors the one thing and everything else just kind of becomes like, yeah, we'll get to that, but this thing is really what we're all about, right? And so for us, monetization has been three parts of, like, it's like three legs of a stool. One is grants. So Epicenter got an early grant from the Ford Foundation early in like our existence, saying this is exactly the type of pandemic news and information people need. Thanks to Tracie Powell, when she was at Borealis, we got the racial equity and justice grant. We got a New York City grant for the vaccine work, and now we're taking those efforts that were like all over the place and zooming in on a one under-vaccinated zip code in Eastern Queens. And we have been a revolution there. We secured vaccine vans, we navigated bureaucracy. It's moved up more than 10 percentage points since we began our work. So this is like concrete, like impact, right? It's amazing. It's amazing, amazing. So that's the grants bucket. And I'm hopeful that my narrative enables us to keep getting grants. Some of those are operations grants just to set up. The Borealis one specifically allowed us to hire a community manager who can hopefully shout about the work we're doing a little bit more to then, like, you know, serve more people, bring in more people, like change how government responds to things, you know, all of the things. The second leg of the stool is advertising. So for Epicenter right now, McKinsey is an advertiser. If you subscribe to Epicenter, you'll see McKinsey. They have sponsored content. And it's been great because so much of McKinsey's publishing content is small business, diversity, why women are leaving the workplace. It's actually like a lot of stuff that's so aligned with what Epicenter and our readership is all about. Also, areas that I suspect we'll be getting into more with them is climate change, infrastructure, just like, and McKinsey with its data is like operating at a high level. Epicenter is like on the ground, but on days like today, like we're still dealing with people telling us like my basement flooded again last night because of the rain. Like we're going to do that story, but grounding it in a partner that has like published research on climate change, infrastructure, and all that, I think is like totally aligned, and I really love that. The third is subscriptions. So Epicenter just launched a membership program, not overt subscriptions, because we don't have a paywall for anything I just mentioned. $5 a month, $10 a month, and $299 a year. This is the magic Tracie number. She's like, what the hell does $299 a year get you? $5 gets you yoga once a week, virtual. If any of you want to join today at 4 p.m. Eastern, it's our last session of a 6-week course with Jana Long, who's the head of the Black Yoga Educators Alliance. She's incredible. So that's at 4 p.m. today. You're all welcome to join us. I'll just give you a freebie. That's what $5 a month gets you. $10 a month gets you yoga, and then we donate bags to food banks. So it's like you're giving you're giving us, but you're giving someone else. $299 a year is really leaning into the lesson from these volunteers and the convening. People want to be together. And I think we often think about our content as like what they rally around versus actually finding each other, and we're the glue that brings them together. And so for $299 a year, you can get a behind the scenes tour of a museum exhibit, as we just did at the New York Historical Society, where the curator takes a group around and tells you like how she got, Truman Capote's invite for this thing and why this person was wearing this and what this all means. It's like super fascinating because like it's kind of gossipy. So it's like great for me. And then my husband could take you on a gallery hop through Chelsea. I could take you on a food tour of Jackson Heights. We have our writer for The Unmuted, who also conducts, she does this anyway, hip hop tours of the Bronx. We have the tours of Little Caribbean in Brooklyn. We have a woman in Hoboken who, I love it. She's taking like the bro-y culture of Hoboken and being like, we're going to do a tour of all the women-owned businesses in Hoboken, and you're going to talk to them about what they do. So we have all these offerings that are built around convening conversation. Hopefully people you wouldn't mind spending an hour with as they're talking about an aspect of the area or something that we've talked about in our newsletter that you would want to learn more about. The escape home is currently only monetized through the $99 a year. I do see, we've done some marketing partnerships where we've entered into like doing a study with Picasso, which is one of these companies that does partial home ownership. So like you could own an eighth of a home, which y'all might be like, why would I want to own an eighth of a home? A lot of studies show that people who own second homes only spend like 20 days a year in them. You're not there that much. So can you do fractional owners? So we're starting to get into partnerships like that.